I feel that the relationship plays as a catalyst, and uncomfortability is a part of it. You know, we are uncomfortable where we have to grow.
Right. And I agree with that. I mean, being uncomfortable is a part of life. However, I think when it comes to being in a romantic relationship, um, that you have to like each other. Some of these people up here, with all due respect, don't look like they like themselves, much less the person sitting next to them.
That's a beautiful statement, and I think that most people are like that in the world. I think that we're trying to figure out who we are through each other so that we can love
You are now
ourselves to
watching
love someone else.
Lower Self TV.
And I think that that's the process, Queen Bee. I feel like we have to allow that process to happen. And we will be doing a week to week assessment on their progress, and you're welcome to be part of it to see how it all plays out.
And one more thing, I don't mean to take up you guys' time. One more thing,
Absolutely.
don't you think that spiritual growth needs to start one as an individual thing before you group it together with a mate?
Well,
Be,
well, that's not absolutely true. Because the truth about it, spiritually, we all are one being, and whether you like it or not, um, we learn through each other. We need each other. Without each other, we can't grow. Actually, everything you have right now, if you think about it in your life, has came from someone else. Everything. I mean, think of all your clothes, everything you have, your health, your wealth. It has came through someone else. Somebody nurturing you. Somebody made those clothes you're wearing that you bought. I mean, and even if you made it, somebody else weave the fabric. We need each other to grow.
and and I get that. I totally agree with that. But I don't think that these people sitting in front of you have the nurturing and respect and the adoration for one another to be able to sustain a healthy romantic relationship. I
Well,
just don't I don't
that's
feel
what
it.
the counseling is for, Queen Bee.
But the counseling can't make them fall in love with each other.
Well, it's
Then
not. Well,
that has
love.
to be
Well,
that
here's the
has to
thing.
be
Here's the thing.
organic.
Here's the thing. I've been doing this 15 years. Okay, and you'd be surprised. All I can tell you right now is stay tuned. Let's call back in next week, and when we after assessment next week. Hey, you could be right. You could be absolutely right, Queen Bee.
Because do we want the love to be forced and learned, or do we want it to come
Well,
from
no
an
one's
organic
forcing
place?
anyone to do anything here.
No, not forcing. I'm just saying sometimes people can just kind of fall into a routine and you do it because okay, it just makes it easier. Or do you want it to be an organic love?
Well, love is when you're getting what you need. And you can get what you need when you learn yourself. And I think that this relationship really allows them to get to understand who they are first and develop themselves through each other. I don't think you understand that part.
No, I get it. But what I'm looking at is some very unhappy individuals up there that don't want each other right now.
Well, because they're forced to deal with themselves through the relationship. And I think that them not being together is running from themselves and their own development. Because when they're not with the other relationship, the relationship faces them with themselves. And I think that they're running from themselves by not being in the relationship. If you can understand that. Because the relationship is very triggering.
Is it the relationship that triggers, or is it
Yeah, outside of
the
that, there's nothing to trigger the growth. Outside of
I
that,
guess
there's nothing there.
right? There's nothing there. You said it. There is nothing there.
Wow, I love your opinion, and I love the adversity in your opinion, and I look forward to speaking to you later to see
Yep,
what
cool. You guys, yeah, it was,
you
yeah.
have a strong point of view. I think we'll pin it right there, and let's watch it unfold. You
I'll
may be
stay
right.
tuned.
You may be right.
I'll stay tuned.
All right, guys, take it easy, Queen Bee.
Bye bye.
Thanks for calling. Wow. What do you guys feel about that?
I think that she was missing a lot of the points she was trying to make.
Right.
She was stuck in her subjective perception of what's happening here, and she wanted to drive that point home. She wasn't open to any other viewpoints. But that's okay though. That's okay.
How about you, Sheila? What do you feel about it?
Yeah, basically the same thing. I feel like she wasn't listening fully to what you were saying and understanding that that the relationship
I can hardly hear you.
is putting us in an uncomfortable position. This reason why we look uncomfortable is because it brings out things that we don't like to see in ourselves. And of course, it may seem like, okay, how can you be in a romantic relationship when you don't feel that energy? Well, it's because
These are spiritual relationships, not
it's
romantic.
not romantic, exactly. And so
These are spiritual. These are spiritual, not romantic.
Right. So she's looking at it from a
This is an opportunity.
her own
Right.
perspective.
This is definitely an opportunity for self-growth.
Very well put.
And with the proper mediation, we can get you to see yourself in it all. This is the beauty of counseling. I really started this because I realized the reason why I became a psychologist is because I realized African American people are actually missing psychology from slavery. They never gave us psychology. You know? So I made sure that I went forth and got my PhD in psychology to help the African American people in their actual dealings with each other, because I feel like slavery really did a number on us. And the one thing we need is psychology, is the psychological healing from that slavery. Yeah, I really do. How about you, Zoga? What do you feel about what's been said?
Through people, you get your most insecurities, traumas, triggers are brought up.
It's an opportunity, yeah. Definitely. To look at yourself. There's no way one relationship should get you out of your bag or out of your pocket this much without us looking at this and saying, wait a minute. This is exactly what's needed to trigger the traumas for them to come up so we can look at them. So this is not a romantic relationship. This is a spiritual one. And this is an opportunity for you to grow. It's up to you. How about you, Sola?
Well, tests and oppositions sometimes what we need in life to build us into our greatness, to take us where we want to be. I definitely sense, I could feel the tension, I could feel the resistance, and that needs to be addressed. That can't be ran from.
Well, we'll address it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll address that next week. Yeah.
I'm not in a position to run away.
I'm going to take another call here.
Good.
Let's take another call. Michelle? Monique? Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Bishop. How are you today?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm great, thank
Where are you
you.
calling from, Michelle?
California.
Oh, California. Wow. I believe you guys are from California as well. Yeah, Zoka is from Cali, and so are.
Oh, awesome.
Sure.
I have a question for Zoka, if she's open to answering.
Absolutely. She's open to do the work.
Okay. I noticed as Dr. Bishop was speaking, your facial expressions showed disagreement with the process. Are there any underlying issues that you feel is holding you back? You just seem broken besides this counseling session.
No, I'm not broken. If I was broken, I wouldn't be here. So you can disregard that perspective. And anything I was shaking my head to was the thoughts in my head that makes me go against my higher self. So that's what you saw. Anything, me pushing past the comfort and having to deal with myself is what I have to do so I can grow. Easy part is to leave and to find a romantic like relationship in Babylon, someone I can run over and just be toxic in myself. And here I cannot be that way. I have to be upright. I have to be a divine woman. I have to show respect, even though if I don't see it, I have to get it. So it's about working on myself. And yes, it's a little bit of resistance with that.
Wow, but
Okay.
it's amazing how she still is conscious within her emotions to understand her own emotions. That's amazing. That's a gift.
Yes.
Let's
I
give a round of applause for
I
both of them.
understand that answer. And
It's
that's
amazing.
what I could see as well. I think she's strong and resilient or
Very.
whatever. And sometimes things can be a little uncomfortable before you achieve the things that you want. I think that all of you guys are going through a process, and I hope that it works well for everyone involved.
You know what the problem is? We have so many single mothers out in the world today because people are running from themselves. As soon as they don't get what they want, they leave. You know, white supremacy actually makes it easier for the home to break up instead of us doing the work that it takes. Do you know what kind of work it takes for a successful relationship? People are so easily broken and because they just don't have to. And if people had to be together, they would do more to stay together. So I feel like the growth is in the resilience and your ability to stay through the hard times. You know, you got to stand the rain. You know, people break up so easily today, and it's like, you know, the smallest thing, and people are breaking up. I mean,
Oh, I agree with that. A lot of people don't want to put the work in.
exactly,
But
exactly. We don't want to face ourselves
a lot of
in
it,
a relationship, and I feel like we should fight for our relationships more. The black family is something that needs to be fought for. Okay, it's valuable. We just need to do the work, and it's a lot of stuff in slavery, psychologically that we're not dealing with, that make us devalue each other. The black man and woman in family needs to stay together. We need to value our relationships more.
definitely.
We're not dispensable. You can't just throw each other away. You know, give it all you got. Give it all you got. Can we honestly say that today? I said, I mean, can we honestly say that today that we give all that we have to our relationships? We don't. The littlest thing, we're gone. Too many options. You know, I could just go be by myself, and you know, we don't value the relationship anymore, and that has to stop. That has to stop. Absolutely.
I agree, but also I see a lot of pain
Well, that's
in
part
some
of
of
the
the.
growth. That's part of the growth. Pain is a part of it. I mean, what's of valuable that can be obtained that doesn't take hard work and dedication? You want a
Yep.
relationship that's valuable, but you're not willing to work. I mean, you can't even get a nice car without bringing a certain amount of money in to even get it and keeping it. I mean, things of value take time and it takes dedication. And we have to push our relationships to the limit. We have to be able to put
To the
that work in and communicate through our issues. I mean, the first time we have issues, we just throw it away. How can it be valuable? We're just throwing it right away.
Yeah, but I feel like both parties have to want it also. It can't just be coming
Well,
from
if they
one end
didn't
of
want it, they would leave. If they didn't want it, they would leave because they have the option to leave. So no matter how they look right now, they're still choosing the
the.
relationship and they're
Yep.
choosing to grow. No matter what the feelings are, they're willing to work through them. And that's commendable. Let's give it a hand. So many people throw their relationships away like they're disposable. We're not disposable. The black relationship is a very root of our community. We need to heal this. We need to try harder.
I agree. I totally agree.
Thank you
And
so
the
much for
young
calling in, Lisa.
throws
We really
relationship.
appreciate your call here. Have a beautiful day. Right, guys? The black family is the root of our community and our nation. We've got to start healing each other through having the ability to talk through our personal issues, which are rooted in our generational curses. Right? I mean, that's what we're going to find out. Right. Let's take another call here. Calling in.
How you doing, Dr. Bishop?
I'm doing good. How yourself?
I'm great. How you guys doing over there? As we all do see, everybody do look unhappy. But Dr. Bishop, I was hoping I could talk to Baba G because it's Baba G's fault, Dr. Bishop. You know why? He
Yeah.
got all the girls in love with him. They don't want to go back to the guys, which was
Well, I
fair.
think that I think Baba G plays like the government. He plays like the government, right? And I talked to Baba G about this. He's like the government. The woman can come, get free housing. You know, they can be single, just like you guys in Babylon. You know, he plays as the government. You know, and the women don't have. And what I told Baba G is, Baba G, you don't want to be like the government, where women don't need men because they can depend on the government. See, these women, they can run to Baba G like they run to the government, and I think that that's their
Yes,
nature.
yes,
And
that's
that
it.
this is the reason why I told them, no, make them work. Make them work that relationship out. I mean, you women, you guys, because you don't need a man, you could just leave. Take your children and just go. And I try to tell Baba G not to do that. You know?
They're not going. Baba G can't just make them go now. That's unfair now because you know why? Baba G again, and we're not going to bring up another person, has been the influence of this. When you take me back and forth, you put me back with Truth, you take me from Solar, you put me back with Solar, and I'm over here, like you said, with the government. I don't want to go back over there and eat cheese. I want to eat steak and lobster and treat you like a king and get treated like a queen.
Right, but
They're
here's
not
the
the
thing about this. Here's the
same.
thing about this. You want everything ready made. You don't want to build something from the bottom up. See, what you have is your own kingdom. And if you do it right, you can have what Baba G has. But you want it ready made. You want it right now. You're not willing to work. You're
I
just not
got
willing to
you.
work and get it from the bottom. You want everything instant gratification. Yeah, of course. I can go to Baba G and get it now, but it won't be for me.
But Baba G should have let them work on that a long time
Well,
ago.
you know what,
The way
I think Baba G was letting them get a break. Because sometimes we
no,
need that.
True break in long enough. True need to just go on and get him a new wifey off of IG or Bigo.
Well, they're definitely
Right, True?
I believe the men are polygamous, and I think the relationship are polygamous. But I think they need to work on what they have first before they
No,
add anyone to it.
they don't want it, and don't do that to Zoka. Zoka is already don't do that to Zoka about Dr.
Well,
Bishop. You are
well,
not fair.
let's see what we have next week.
I hope you're doing this for the beans and you're playing
You're
with
doing
our
this for the
head.
what now?
I said I hope y'all doing this for the beans and rice and playing with our head because I
The
don't.
beans and rice?
Yeah, you know I'm just being funny.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Black.
I hope.
I hear you. So sorry. I think that the
Hi, I'm calling
Hey
from
Blasian
London.
Sweetie, how you
I'm
doing?
Blasian.
How you doing?
Hiya. I just want to say, all of you are beautiful people. Like, I can see you working on yourself, and I wish I could be there. I actually wish I could be there. I see on live, actually envious because you guys, your skin and everything. I just feel like that's the environment for me. So yeah.
Wow.
But keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on working on yourself.
Beautiful.
Zoka, everybody, you lot are beautiful. Don't listen to any bad comments, okay?
Right. Thanks for
Dr.
calling in.
Bishop, keep
Yeah.
doing what you're doing. Take care.
All right, take it easy. Wow. Whew. It's been amazing. Very good. I think I'm going to take about 2 more callers, and we're going to call it a day.
All right.
I think it's enough to digest the fact that you got to make your transition here.
Right.
People are watching you. We'll get together next week to talk about any issue you're having or anything like that. Just know that you're representing the black woman, the black man in their relationship in the black community. And how easy it is for you to say, hey, I'll leave and go to Baba G, go to the government. I'll get my own job. I'll be a single mom. Right? Especially you. Look at that. Let's give it a round of applause. All right. Let's, huh?
Oh, yeah,
I like donuts. I was eating the donuts. Oh, it's delicious. D baby.
Hi guys, great show you have here, Mr. Bishop.
Hey, how
I'm
you doing?
enjoying
Thanks.
it.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Los Angeles.
Oh, Los Angeles.
Yeah, California.
Okay.
Okay, but I just wanted to ask. I have a question for. Actually, I have a question for you, Doctor. So the
What?
last time we met with you, Baba G told us that these women are his wives and that, True and Solar were there as kind of like keep like protectors for his wives because he was not ready to receive them because of the Velvet Devil. So I'm just wondering why all of a sudden, just because it's convenient now for Baba G, that
Right.
he wants to send them back.
Absolutely. Great
Don't
point.
you think that's a little unfair?
Great point, D baby. Here's what I want to say. With the other woman, do my psychoanalysis, I went and watched the tape. These 2 women were different than the others. And with
In what
that
way?
is the case. I believe that's the case with the other ones, but not with these.
Really? So it's not the case with True and
No,
Sheba?
no.
Because you remember you also said that whatever's meant for you cannot be taken away. I remember you telling True that specifically.
Right.
So if you think that Sheba, was able to be taken away from him, why put him back? Why put her back with True?
Because what's meant to be is meant to be.
What's meant to be cannot be taken away. Sheba was taken away though.
Obviously
right?
not. Obviously not.
I think she was because you took her.
Here it is. Here it is. Did I? If she's back, then
You're putting her back.
am I putting
She's
her
not
back?
back by faith. But
Am I?
if she's
Am I
not
putting
meant
her
to
back?
be, I'm just
Am
saying
I
she
putting
wouldn't
her,
have been taken away from the beginning,
am I putting
right?
her back? Am I? Or is the
She
universe
wouldn't have
doing
been
that?
taken away from the beginning.
I lost her. It's raining out here, guys. I'm going to take one last call. Looking for a good one. Looking for a good one here. Thoughts.
Yo,
How you doing?
I was just wondering, what's good, bro?
Where you calling from?
I was just wondering, New York.
All right, New York City's calling.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, are you gonna be putting Caliber back with Efru?
Well, on the tape, I realized that Efro and Caliber are actually, something that's a big question mark for me. I'm look over that. I don't really think that Efro really wants to do that. I truly feel that there's growth here, but I don't feel the same way with Efro.
So you think that the 4 of them, they want to do that, all of them?
It's not about them wanting to do it. What I found in the playback is that there's growth to be made here, as I said before.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted to know.
Thanks for calling in.